So based on the functions that they perform, the entrepreneur is being classified into four: innovative entrepreneur, imitating entrepreneur, Fabian entrepreneur, and drone entrepreneur. So now let's get into this one by one. Innovative entrepreneur, they are much interested to introduce something new into the market or organization which adds profit or which adds benefit to their existing system, or which adds value to their business. So they are drawn towards innovation and invest a lot of time and wealth in doing research and development. Imitating entrepreneurs are referred to as copycats. They are not ready to come out with a new system, but they copy the existing system successfully, where all the deficiencies of the original business models are addressed and all its efficiencies are retained. These entrepreneurs help to improve the existing product or production process and can offer suggestions to enhance the use of better technology. Fabian entrepreneurs that are very careful in their approaches and cautious in adopting any changes, they are not prone to sudden decisions. They try to shy away from any innovations or change that doesn't fit their narrative. Drone entrepreneurs are the people who don't like a change. They are referred to as a old school. They stick to the traditional method. They stick to the orthodox method of production and system. Such people attach pride and tradition to even outdated methods of doing business. Role of an entrepreneur. So entrepreneur fulfills the following three dominant roles: there is economic change, social and technological change. These are referred to as a behavioral role. All the entrepreneurs have these common characteristics and decide to become an entrepreneur due to the factors or circumstances in their lives which made them think the way they do. Do they work effectively and operate a successful business? These entrepreneurs should perform certain roles. These roles are same as the basic managerial roles. Now let's enter to the topic, that is entrepreneurial mindset. That refers to a specific state of mind which orientates human conduct towards the entrepreneurial activity and outcome. Individuals with entrepreneurial mindset are often drawn to opportunities, innovations, and new value creation. Their characteristics may include the ability to take calculated risk and accept the realities of change and uncertainty. Revolutionary of entrepreneurship. Many people around the world are calling for an entrepreneurial revolution to fix the social and economical problems. So, this cause naively assumes that more entrepreneurs are needed to address these issues. Increasing the number of entrepreneurs, however, it is not as critical as persuading entrepreneurs to improve their societies through growth, innovation, and social transformation. The revolution should be one of the transforming contemporary entrepreneurial culture to make it more socially minded. Functions of entrepreneur. So entrepreneurs are expected to perform the mentioned functions, that is risk observation, number one. So this means the entrepreneur assumes all possible risk of business. So business risk also involves risk due to the possibility of the change in the taste of consumers, because consumers are the important person who plays the biggest role in a success of the company. So their taste may vary, their techniques may vary, the purchasing behavior may vary. The techniques of production and the new inventions also vary. So in such cases, the entrepreneurs, they may face risk. So such risks are not insurable. Second one is formulate strategic business decision. The entrepreneur has to decide the nature and the types of goods to be produced. So since he is the owner of the business, he has the rights to choose his own nature and the goods to be produced. So he enters in the particular industry which offers him the best prospects and produces whatever commodities he thinks he will get profit. The third one is execute managerial function. Entrepreneur performs the managerial function, though the managerial functions are different from entrepreneurial function. He formulates production plan, he arranges the business, he purchases the raw material, he makes a plan for the production process, he arranges the necessary facilities for the production process, he organizes the sales, he himself chooses the right person for the right job. So in large establishment, these management functions are delegated to the people where the employer. The fourth one is adopt innovation functions. An important function of entrepreneur is innovation. He conceives the idea for the improvement in the quality of production line. He considers the economic inability and technological feasibility in bringing about improved quality. The introduction of different kinds of electronic gadgets is the best example for innovation. Before getting into in detail, let's look into the difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. So entrepreneur is a person who bears the risk, combines various factors of production and brings new ideas, carries out creative innovation. So a person who starts and operates a business enterprise is an entrepreneur. Whereas entrepreneurship is a set of activities performed by the entrepreneur. So the process in which the entrepreneur starts and operates his business enterprise is an entrepreneurship. He is in coordination with the entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is an individual responsible for identifying business opportunity and taking it from idea to implementation. That is one man activities, whereas entrepreneurship is the process involving various actions to be undertaken in establishing enterprise. It involves multi-pronged activities. An entrepreneur is an individual or a group of individuals who tries to create something new. In entrepreneurship process, an entrepreneur identify opportunities, organize all resources, and find new markets to foothold in the market and attain for long-term gains. It is an attempt to create value. So the way in which entrepreneur lead his manpower, motivates them for the achievements of the firm goal is entrepreneurship. Next is the approaches of entrepreneurship. There are broadly four approaches to the study of entrepreneurship. One is sociological approach, which deals with the study of entrepreneurship in social and cultural factors responsible for the nature and the growth of entrepreneurship development in the society. It attempts to understand as to why a social structure and cultural facilities or inhibits entrepreneurial development. It believes that law of development lie in social structure and the culture of the region. The second one is psychological approach. It's about a person, because entrepreneur is not a common person, right? So he has a typical personality. So entrepreneurs will be a personality with creative, managerial, and imaginative skills who can innovate and contribute positively to an industrial project. So here David McClellan has contributed a lot for this approach. So the greatest exponent of psychological approach to entrepreneurship is of the view that he says that performance of entrepreneurs requires a strong motivation for achievement. So the achievement motivation, according to McClellan, is a function of child rearing practices in a society. Political approaches to entrepreneurship deals with the issues involved in relationship between the entrepreneurship development and the state, particularly in context of the role of the latter in the development of the entrepreneurs. The role of the government is crucial in deciding the nature and the rate of the development. The last one is composite approach. So no approaches could define the entrepreneur. So here it is a combination of all the factors like social, cultural, and economical, political, and psychological factors are involved for the success of the entrepreneur. So let's enter into the unit 2, that is entrepreneurial mindset and personality. Mindset refers to the specific state of mind which orientates human contact towards an outcome. Individuals with entrepreneurial mindset are often drawn to opportunities, innovation, and new value creation. Characteristics include the ability to take calculated risk and accept the realities of change and uncertainty. So here you could see the picture which shows that entrepreneurial always has a growth mindset, who is a good intrinsic motivator, who has the internal locus of control, and he'll be always beneficial. He'll live his life for the beneficial of the others. Personality of an entrepreneur. In order to organize and run a business successfully, the entrepreneur must possess certain traits important for driving success. So all you know that personality refers to the pattern of characteristics that distinguishes one person from other. So here I list out some of the personality of an entrepreneur. He'll be a self-confident person, risk taker. He has the ability to take decision. He will be more competitive, intelligent, visualization, patient enough to handle things emotionally. He can tolerate things. He has a very good leadership skill. Technically, he is sound. Managerial skill and organization skill. Entrepreneurial journey. Nobody is born as an entrepreneur, right? So it's the life or the experience that we gain make us to become an entrepreneur. So different people take different paths to achieve success, and there is no set in stone instruction for becoming one. So entrepreneur take on number of different roles, and these roles can vary depending on what field you choose to enter. So some piece of advices would like to give to you as a student that you can follow. So before entering as an entrepreneur, you should have the right mindset. I often see people who want to be an entrepreneur and can't figure out why their goal isn't working. In the end, they simply aren't thinking like an entrepreneur. They first think that new entrepreneurs need to know is that failure is likely and success is not given. So understanding the risk you are taking, and also understand that you will most likely not succeed immediately. And stay, second advice is be honest with yourself. So life of an entrepreneur can be great. You are your own boss, you make the rules, you run the business, right? So however, all of these are easier said, but entrepreneurship is not that easy path. You may face plenty and plenty of difficulties or the challenges. So whatever situation that you face, you should remain honest and calm till the end. And you cannot blame others, you can only blame yourself. The third advice is start thinking. Just because some college drinking buddies want to open a bar doesn't mean they should. Likewise, just because you have come up with what you think is a good idea doesn't mean it's perfect. So, without a proper preparation, your dream cannot be achieved. The fourth one is find a mentor. So, when you have an expert, a guidance, support, and motivation, nobody can stop you. You can reach the success point. So, mentorship allows you to the quantum leap straight to the head of the game more rapidly than if you're tediously face down every beginner's hurdle. The last one is commit yourself. Once your business idea is prepared and you are ready to be an entrepreneur, the last thing you need to do is commit. If you truly want to succeed, put in 100% effort. Effort will always trump luck and skill. So, if you are serious about being an entrepreneur, then you should never stop trying. Stress an entrepreneur. Stress is a close companion in life of an entrepreneur which can also sometimes lead to a periods of depression. As an entrepreneur, you control your own destiny, and with the right ideas, the right skill set, and unflinching dedication, you can build wealth or establish an enterprise to serve as a legacy. So, dealing with entrepreneur isolation, entrepreneurs are often stereotyped as gregarious wheelers and dealers who network their way to fame and fortune. Some do, but many also find entrepreneurship as a lonely pursuit, one so isolating at times that business builders need to take steps to safeguard their well being. So, there is a no one size fits all, and not everyone's journey will be exactly the same, but you can always find value in sharing your story with others and them with you to touch and support you in a unique way and perhaps be the turning point for you with your own challenges. So, 9 mantras to make your entrepreneurial journey stress free. Number one is do not procrastinate. So I always execute most important task in the moment. If it isn't important to be done right now, I don't put it off, whatever be the reason. Write for 1 hour every day. Why should you write? For one, writing brings order in your life. Writing helps you to give your thought structure. Writing gives you clarity. So you have many thoughts throughout the day about your business ideas that you feel and could potentially be developed into a game changers, opinion about various things, etc. Meditate every morning. So many people often find they are constantly going into problems in their minds. This can lead to judgment becoming clouded. For entrepreneurs, meditation is of exceptional importance since decision making is the key to success. I never check my email until I am in office. This leaves me with an ample time in the morning of relax and set the agenda for the day. It leaves me with less culture on my mind or things to worry about. It also helps me to get a lot of work to be done at the say something positive, a constructive or a few words of appreciation to each member of your team every day. You will start to see the positive aspect of each individual and focus on what they are really good at. Write a to-do list. Easier said than done, but it must be done. When you wake up in the morning, pick up a handbook and jot down all the tasks that you need to do on the entire day. I just do not watch television, periods. You can to discover that you suddenly have to so much time in a day. So when you cut this idiot box out of your life, so be the best at one thing in your life and be known for that. So everyone has a brand, whether you are intended to have one or not. Good or bad, the people who know you have an image of you in their head. Your goal should be to be in control of this. Think to yourself, what can I be best in the world at, and develop that skill and be known for that. There is no shame in failing. I did thrice in my career. Yes, I have failed thrice before I launched my fourth successful venture. So, for example, you may start new businesses, but you may fail frequently. That doesn't matter. Opening a successful venture after so much of failure is really good because it's all a learning, right? So don't find failure, take it in and redefine what motivates you. What is the incentive for starting a business? It is the money alone, right? So true. Many entrepreneurs achieve great wealth. However, money is almost always tight in the startup and early phases of the new business. Here, I would like to give you 6 C's that motivate an entrepreneur. Number one is change, then challenge, creativity, control, curiosity, and cash. So, as a result of motivation, what happens is successful entrepreneurship. They needs determination, freedom, discipline, connectivity, and an abundance of skills and planning. So, people with a complete package of the physical strength combined with perseverance, mental strength, and self discipline have the passion and the urge to succeed. So there is a framework developed for the sustainability. It is developed by Ireland in 2006. It focuses on how to create sustainable corporate entrepreneurship, where attention is given to the characteristics of internal work and environment that supports corporate entrepreneurship, creates opportunities for employees to act entrepreneurially. Authority and responsibilities are decentralized and horizontal, or lateral interactions among employees are encouraged. Next is Unit 3, launching an entrepreneurial venture. So can you learn how to be an entrepreneur, or some people just born that way? So becoming entrepreneur is a never-ending lesson as new challenges arise that offer experience in how to do and not to do things. Entrepreneurs learn mainly from experience. So, the only real way to become an entrepreneur is to get out there and do it. You can start from scratch and learn it all by yourself, or you can look at what others have already done and hope to profit from their experiences. So, first thing we learn from other entrepreneurs is that there are many steps to be taken to start a new venture, and attempt to make shortcuts and avoid some of these steps can be, because these can be disastrous. So you don't have to take these steps in the same order, in the same way, or the same method. It is just a suggestion that you can do. So what is entrepreneurial venture? uh, it can be defined as an organization that places innovation and opportunism at its heart, and in order to produce economic and social value. So entrepreneurship is increasingly important in the environmental field, right? So entrepreneurship is also very important for the continued development of new technology and associated product and process innovation. Stages of new venture creation, stages and steps of the entrepreneurial venture. The entrepreneurial process of launching a new venture can be divided into 3 key stages of discovery, evaluation, implementation. So, discovering your entrepreneurial potential, identifying the problem and the potential solution in the first phase, and the second phase, you're evaluating the idea as a business opportunity, and in the fourth phase, you're investigating and gathering the resources. Then the fifth point is forming the enterprise to create value. Sixth is implementing the entrepreneurial strategy, planning the future. So, among these 3 phases, we carry out these activities one by one. Entrepreneurial imagination and creativity. Imagination is called the faculty of imagining. Is the creative ability to form images, ideas, and sensations in the mind without direct input from the senses such as hearing, seeing. Okay, so imagination helps make knowledge applicable in solving problems, and is fundamental to integrate experience and the learning process. Creative entrepreneurship, the practice of setting up a business or setting yourself up as self employed, is one of the creative industries. The focus of creative entrepreneur differs from that of typical business entrepreneur, or indeed a social entrepreneur. Innovation and entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur always searches for change and responds to it and exploits it as an opportunity. So here we have the types of innovation, that is incremental, sustaining, disruptive, and radical. Franchising, which is a hybrid venture made by the entrepreneur. It's a practice of the rights to use a firm's business model and brand for a prescribed period of the time. So the word franchise is of Anglo-French derivation from franc, means free, and it is used both as a noun and a transitive verb. For the franchisor, the franchisee is an alternative to building chain stores to distribute goods that avoids the investment and liability of the chain. So here I have listed the meaning of franchising, franchisee, and the franchisor. Franchising, a marketing system revolving around a two-party agreement whereby the franchisee conducts business according to the terms specified by the franchisor. Franchisee is an entrepreneur whose power is limited by a contractual agreement with the franchisor. The party in the franchise contract that specifies a method to be followed and the terms to be met by other party. So this picture shows the difference between franchisor and the franchisee. So I have given the example here, just go through that. Strategies for new ventures. It is easy to be captivated by the promise of entrepreneurship and the lure of becoming one's own business. But all that we need is a unique business idea. So, why would a consumer choose to buy goods or service from this new firm? So, here they expect only one, that is the uniqueness from the other. So, uniqueness like how you will sell, what ways you are using to sell, and what type of business that you are proceeding. So, to make yourself unique, companies are adopting certain strategies like differentiation, niche, and uh, innovation. So, here differentiation is like an attempt to separate the new company's product or service from that of its competitor. So, I have given an example here like Apple and IBM can be the best example for this, where niche specification is an attempt to provide a product or service that fulfills the need of a specific subset of a consumer. One specific group can be served a lot. We can make them feel satisfied by serving to the specific group. Best example can be homemade products. Then innovation, change that creates a dimension of performance. Innovation is the greatest characteristics of an entrepreneur. So a creative imitation, sometimes it being followed by entrepreneur. So creative imitation takes place whenever the imitators understand how an innovation can be applied here. So example of innovation is Domino's Pizza. When they introduce a concept that is home delivery within 30 minutes, they witnessed certain result or the result of sale. This Domino's India is a restaurant chain and international franchisee pizza delivery corporation that offers delivery within 30 minutes to the customer's doorstep. So it did two things. It incentivized Indians to try out food ordering as they were virtually assured extremely quick delivery. In the rare cases that the delivery got delayed, consumers were more forgiving as they got the pizza for free. This was one innovative idea that was introduced by Domino. So here is an example for advantage and disadvantages of franchisor. Advantages might be cost-effective growth, commitment, reduced involvement, cooperative advertising, collective bargaining. Whereas disadvantage is loss of ownership, exclusivity, management, personal skill will be absent. Then loss of flexibility and confidentiality. You will lose the confidentiality. Advantage and disadvantages to the franchisee. So his risk gets reduced, then economies of scale gets improved. He gets a very good skill management. Advertising will be efficient and very good financing sources. Then some of the disadvantages are his reputation, products, then right to sell, dependence. He always depend on others. Advantages and disadvantages to the consumer. So be personalized, effective, and result in greater customer satisfaction. Same standard of service is being provided for all the customers in all the corner of the world. Whereas some of the disadvantages is reduce or even eliminate the competition and choice for the consumers, and there is no option for other alternative outlet. So since consumers are the best, the asset for the company, so amazing things will happen when we listen to the consumers. So the questions to keep in mind is, what are my motivations for owning a business at the end of this course? So should I start or buy a business? What and where is the market for what I want to sell? How much will all this cost me? Should my company be domestic or global? So students thinking of having these questions on the mind, you can think about the entrepreneurship activities or a business that you want to start after completion of your course. So running a business necessitates a great deal of dedication, careful planning, and attention to detail. So your ideas can be properly coordinated to ensure the company's success. Thank you.